I like to call this year a pedagogue, simply because it precisely fits and deserves the title. Let us all take a deep breath and analyze this year of 2020 for ourselves in our minds. What a solid teacher it has been. This pandemic we've all been living through is scary, and there's probably going to be a day we tell our grandchildren about it. In fact, there are some journaling this process, for they know that once it is over, they might not be able to experience it again for a very long time. It is bigger than any other social shift, not because it is extremely strange and bemusing, but because it is insane how so many of us are going through a similar series of events all together at the same time that it has caused a great change in so many aspects of our lives. From the most compelling to the monotonous, from the most captivating to the usual, anything like this leads to a revamped level of thinking and a whole new normal. Just like many others, I decided to start this year with a lot of determination and motivation to learn new things. And as a matter of fact, I did, about myself and about things and people around me. Adaptability is one, and it might just be the most prominent, at least in the current times when everything seems rather asymmetrical and bizarre. Things feel like they're constantly fluctuating and are ever changing. These changes might be tiresome but really are necessary. Just when you seem to reshape yourself and your work patterns in order to be safe, you have to adapt to work from home. Or just when you seem to get an appraisal, you go through a pay cut. Being flexible and accepting what you're going through in times of crisis and in general might just be the solution to the unpredictable. The death rate of this year is unimaginably sad. This does not leave us a choice but for us to be happy and be grateful about where we are. Which gets me to my next point, gratitude. Happiness may not be directly related to gratefulness, but it sure is the other way around, isn't it? We're all healthy and living amidst a pandemic, a world crisis so vicious that it has already taken over 1 million lives. The past few months made me realize this. We do not always need an opportunity to be grateful, but COVID-19 is one. Make use of it and grab it while it lasts. Be grateful for the people managing the oil spills in Mauritius, for the people who are practically risking their lives every day in order to supply food, water and other necessities to you, for being safe, for the ones around you, and for every other thing you've been overlooking for years now. The whole world is going through a massive issue, and we're unable to step out of our houses for various and obvious reasons, even though the lockdown has been lifted. This has gotten us out of our comfort zones. This has taken a toll on a lot of people's mental health, which is totally understandable. Keeping in mind the current affairs, these thoughts can get worse. Anything that's human is mentionable, and anything that's mentionable is manageable. When we talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting, and less scary. This mind-blowing quote by Fred Rogers has struck me so hard. When you know you're going through something, accept it. The best thing you can do is talk about it. An unrestricted outlook is a very vital and helpful thing. A few months where humans have been living away from the environment, some good things have happened as well. If you talk about the aggressive melting of Greenland's ice sheets, don't forget to mention the drop in the global emission levels. If you talk about the wildfires in the Arctic, don't forget to mention the Australian bushfires finally coming to an end after causing a great deal of devastation. Do not get me wrong, media mostly focuses on the negatives and it is only to feed more information to the viewers. But isn't that really how the world works? We need to have a positive state of mind in order to have a deeper view of the situation. Things that might actually help are buoyant and they're not mentioned anywhere. Anything the question, patience is the answer. A breathtakingly beautiful Greek quote says, 1 minute of patience, 10 years of peace. Right now is certainly a noteworthy opportunity for us to learn to pass our patience test. Why? Probably because that is the only thing you can do right now considering the current scenario. Maybe just have a drink, play some music, sit back, relax, register and accept what's happening all around you. It's difficult, I agree, but always remember this too shall pass.